Hi everyone, Comic Reviewer here. This time reviewing on the 2021 Mortal Kombat. Now, as you know, the 2021 Mortal Kombat film is meant to be a martial arts fantasy film based on the popular fighting game Mortal Kombat that was designed and developed by Midway Games as well as by NetherRealm Studio. And the film itself is meant to be a reboot of the Mortal Kombat series that originally started with the film back in 1995, as well as Mortal Kombat Annihilation. There was a third one planned that went in development hell for years, leaving the film to basically be dropped after Warner Brothers and New Line Cinema formed a partnership and required Midway Games. Now, the premise of the film is meant to feature Cole Young as a sort of down and out cage fighter. Now, Cole's character, in my opinion, is meant to sort of be like us coming into the world of Mortal Kombat. And his character is that he's meant to be this character who is related to Scorpion's bloodline. And we see how he learns about his destiny in competing to the Mortal Kombat tournament. And we also do see how the chosen fighters are given these dragon-like tattoos that not only give them the chosen one status, but as well give them other abilities. And we kind of see how these abilities play out, like Liu Kang doing his Fire Fist, basically Kano using his laser eye, as well as Kung Lao with his sort of throwing hat thing. And I think this one actually does cover up the sort of abilities quite well. And I think it sort of tries to rectify what it is. And of course, I would say with Shang Tsung as the main villain does work, as he's trying to take more precautions in eliminating the other chosen fighters, so that way he can get a winning edge before the tournament begins. And we do also see his other sort of hired muscles, like Melina, who is kind of meant to be Katana's clone, and it's unknown if Katana will appear in a sequel. You also have Neutrina, who did appear in Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance, and is meant to be a winged, dangerous vampire-like creature. Renko, who is meant to be Shao Kahn's general, and is supposed to kind of be the Starscream to the Mortal Kombat series, as it's even mentioned in Mortal Kombat Deception that Renko basically slips into Shao Kahn's chamber to wear his personal helmet. And I would say what the film also gets right is that it takes a break from making Liu Kang the main character in focusing on Cole's character. And to be fair, I think we've seen this before with other characters. We've seen Liu Kang basically be put aside and given bigger breaks. Like, we've seen Mortal Kombat Deception to how Shevchenko was meant to go on this epic quest, unaware he was being manipulated by Onaga. We also seen Mortal Kombat Armageddon to how Taven was meant to sort of have this destiny in trying to win the prize during the Armageddon event. We also see Mortal Kombat X as the next generation of characters. So I think Mortal Kombat has done this before multiple times. The same with adventure games like Special Forces with Jax, or basically Mortal Kombat Mythologies Sub-Zero. And I will also say, for the most part, what I do like about the film, they really do know how to get the characters right. And we do kind of see the characters going through struggles and personal hardships. We do see how Sonya is meant to be this Mortal Kombat specialist, and we kind of see how she has pictures of artifacts, other places, and so on. As we do kind of see, like, a picture of Kotal Khan's sort of shrine or something. And we also do kind of see how Jax has to cope with his metal arms, and over time learns to overcome his sort of disability. we also kind of do see as well how Cole is meant to be roped in and eventually overcomes his struggles and personal problems, which I think does work. I would also say what I do like about the film as well is that it's building up to something bigger, and I'm hoping we will eventually see this new Mortal Kombat film to try and go the distance. And I'm hoping at some point we will see Shao Kahn, Katana, Striker, also Nightwolf, and so many other characters, as they are leaving room for a major sequel that I do want to see. I want to see basically Cole sort of help the other characters in his own way. I do want to see Liu Kang basically taking on Shao Kahn or something big. So for me, I would say Mortal Kombat is an enjoyable film. I would say much like the 1995 one, it's a film based on a fighting game done right. So I think this one definitely deserves a thumbs up. Still good, and still alright. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.